So the question today is, what does it feel to be out and about since being in lockdown?
Well, I've been out a couple of times, but this is great to be here.
In this pool when I had my oyster, there's a big crab.
This is the real Knysna oyster, Chrysostria margaritaceae. I'm happy to report that the oyster that you'll get now in Knysna these days is the real Knysna oyster, grown on our coast. You can spend a day, probably one of the most pleasant days when you visit Knysna, actually taking some of these oysters out yourself. And as you will pick up and taste, they are the best. They are tasty, they have beautiful texture. And this is the real Knysna, the real deal.
You want us to take oysters home? We'll take you home.
Yeah, please.
Eat a rock. I hate opening oysters.
Yeah. These are very, very tiny.
The most important part of opening an oyster is having enough people around you to chirp.
This is a pearl, eh?
That's a monster. July? Oyster Festival? Yes, it's hot, the oyster's starting to go away. You gotta do my hair quickly. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my grandfather Charles for breakfast this morning.
Here's another oyster to cheer you up.
Thank you. Do I slurp this one out or?
No, just slip it out. Stick it in your nose.
I say, it's a pearl.
Hey!
Smile.
Well done,
Well, that's a big one.
As I deserve at my age.
You can even come karting before. Bottoms up. Oh, yum.
It's rather like having a black dog.
You haven't even got your head wet and you're opening oysters already.
This is the chat.
Okay, so bottoms up, eh? Pretty good. So we do down the champagne or do you down the oyster? Thank you, Graham.
Pleasure, man.
My son.
My little wee little boy.
That is lovely.
They're really good. They're salty.
They're really good? Are you serious? Did you see your face?
It's really salty.
They're really good. Much better than sharks.
Is it the first time you've had them off the rocks?
Yeah, first time
Yeah.
on the rocks.
Colin,
Yeah, Sam, first time off the rocks. This morning was Mike. I was following Mike in the water there. Turned around, he's like, oyster? And it was really good, I enjoyed it.
snorkeling, how did you find it?
So you just see like the profile of the oyster. You just see it very vaguely. Some of them are very full of algae on the outside, so you hardly see them. The older guys, the seniors, they have more experience. Maybe you get the chance to follow them around and see what they're looking for is quite interesting and take a lot from them.
And will you all do it again?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you'll be back?
Oh, I love oysters. It's,
Why?
Do you know what? It's you get outside and you go dive and you play in the water and then you put your hands in the water and you do a bit of hard work and you come out with this amazing, delicious tasting thing of the sea with some champagne. It's just...
You do the hard work or Charles does the hard work?
Charles does all the hard work. I just eat them and drink the champagne.
I must say, it's really not hard work. It's an absolute pleasure. Probably one of the nicest ways to get some real exercise for the day. As the years pass, you do get a little unfitter and it takes a bit longer, but what the hell? I've been doing it here for the past 30 years and hopefully I'll do it for another 30 years. The best recipe is to eat them fresh, in other words, to open them, to put a little dash of lemon and maybe a turn of black pepper, and that's it. You do not need anything else. When we eat them like we're eating them on the beach here this morning, the lemon and the pepper are not even necessary. It's just perfect as it is.
I used to prefer them with a bit of lemon and pepper, always. And this morning the first one I had was with lemon, and the other 3 or 4 afters that Charles gave me straight out of the rock pool, just as is. It was amazing. It's delicious.
You actually taste the sea.
You do.
It's like a special experience. And you know, it's something that you can do as a family, bring your kids down. I've been coming down here with my children since they were small. I remember with the Mackenzies and the Bosmans, this used to be our Sundays. We didn't have money, but we had a lot of kids. So we had to entertain them for a Sunday. And guess where we came? This is where we came to the beach. Took out oysters, the kids played. Really a nice day for any family.
You know, there's a myth. There's a myth that oysters are an aphrodisiac. But what Charles just said 5 seconds ago was they didn't have a lot of money, but they had a lot of kids, and they've been coming here for 30 years eating oysters.